Okay, so do here. So one would think that the police officer would have written down if she had mentioned, well, when I was in Oakland, I brought my materials with me and I did a little presentation. There were 100 people there. Or she'd mention that later. We'll see if that comes up. So far, I don't remember reading that, but we'll see. But absent that, so the coincidence of having to run into someone that doesn't have a problem sending hate letters, and the coincidence of also not having the cancellation on the stamps. It's like we have a double. It's like being struck with lightning twice. I mean, in 30 years that it does happen. It does happen. I mean, in a 30 odd some odd years I've received mail. I know maybe I've received maybe 10 letters or so that didn't get through the machine and there was no cancellation on the stamps. I know that's happened before. Okay, it's not a completely new phenomenon that, just never happens or anything like that. You can't say that. This whole idea of it coming out of Spokane Community College seems to be throwing things off. I highly suspect that something was going on there in Oakland that stayed in Oakland. Let's just go on. Let's see. She told me it could have been hand delivered to the post office. I answered as many questions as I could for Dolezal. I did provide her with all my contact information and asked her to call me if she thought of anything else which might be relevant to the investigation. I did respond to the Spokane Police Property Facility, and I collected the letter from property personnel. I did put on a new pair of latex gloves, and then I removed the letter from the envelope and placed it in a new sheet of butcher paper. Now, I'm not sure if this is just pointless commenting on my part, but butcher paper, as I remember it, I think it's brown and one side has a thin coat of wax on it, or it could just be wax paper. I'm not exact, or it could just be that white paper you get at the market. Yeah. That's kind of smooth. It doesn't matter. I did take photographs of each page of the letter. I placed the letter in envelope into a new property envelope and took it to the Spokane County Forensic Unit. I did turn the letter over to a forensic specialist and asked her to fingerprint the entire envelope in each page. I was told that they would not be able to do this until March 2nd. The letter was left in the forensic unit. Yeah, it would probably take a while because you got to be careful. You don't want to damage the original, but you want to get, I suppose, I imagine there's some kind of powder used that's dark that could discolor paper. I did notice that there is no UPS date stamp or barcode on the outside of the envelope. Again, as mentioned, there were two stamps. Okay, I didn't remember this. Two stamps on the top right-hand corner of the envelope. On the top left hand, the corner is War Pig, retired, and initials WP in cursive. Below was written, still golfing on Wednesdays, so it must look much like these other ones. Same letters addressed Spokane WCP with their post P.O. box. Now that doesn't come up when you just go to their webpage. Where are we? $18968. Now, it's probably going to come up a million times now, but it's just, I don't see it here, okay? I'm doing this in reverse, okay? And then if I get any results, then I'm going to see whether it would be realistic. Oh. Ah. Wait. What's this? Public file report? What is this? Alright, this is not realistic. If someone was looking, if someone had noticed, oh, there's a person that's from the Spokane NAACP, your name is Rachel. D something, you know, if I'm just some jerk off the street that wants, you know, doesn't make any sense to have inspected that particular page as the way to get the P.O. box. You understand? In fact, does it even have any indication here? Let's see. Let's just go to that one. 189. Where are we? And that's got James Wilburn. Okay. Don't know the date of this. Okay, it's early enough, but that would have pointed to James Wilburn. But this is highly unlikely that it would come up. Perhaps if someone searched for NAACP, Spokane chapter, maybe they would get this. But why wouldn't they just look at the website first? Is another good one. Here's Washington State. I have any luck with that. All right, so resources for African Americans. Now this is at Washington State University. However, if they were doing a regional, right, she had attended at this community college. She's a professor at Eastern Washington University. Could there have been some people from Washington State University that were interested in going to this event? Oh, come on. Where was it? 18968. Still has James Wilburn. So it's not Washington State University. Now could it see, this is the document, right? This would have been the source. I'm supposing this could have been the source. This is not it. Why am I saying that? Well, I imagine, flyers were passed out at this event. She might have had her name badge on, and it might have said that but that still doesn't explain the connection with Oakland. Unless there was someone that was from Oakland that was going to Washington State University that dropped out of their classes early in the semester and went to Oakland, and for some reason was really annoyed at, Professor Dolezal and her presentation at the college. Or this person knew someone in Oakland and had them send a couple letters for them. We still have the coincidence of the dates here. Now, for the Washington State, this is Ann Smith. That doesn't explain it. What's this? Hay event. It doesn't have the P.O. box. No one see no random person is going to work that hard to find a P.O. box. Complaint form. Still, it does not have the P.O. box in it. Somehow, why did that come up? There we go. So someone could have got their hands on a complaint form. Perhaps. And that kind of goes with the mental attitude of being upset with her, being struck by what she had to say in such a way that offended. I'm just, brainstorming here. We'd have to. So, if she's okay, let's suppose she's right about this Spokane. We still don't know. Someone looked, figured out. Okay, well, why would they choose to send it to the P.O. box instead of just the address? The address seems to be right out there, right up front. There's no real motivation to look further. If you're looking just for an address to send some crap to, why would you decide to look for another address when you don't even know the other one exists? The only way you would know something like that exists is if you saw a form that had both addresses on it. This was uploaded February 2015. Is there any way to know? Well, I could download and see if this is what date it is. No. It's not going to do it. Now that's got today's date. That doesn't tell me what day it was. Well, I have one other possibility. I'll use Kwrite. We'll look at the innards of this damn thing. And no, it's not going to do that, is it? Well, it was created in a PDF 1.3 version. Embedded JPEGs, whatever. I don't see a date here. A little bit of forensics for you. Now, I don't see a date here. These are... unfortunately. So all we could do is assume it was probably uploaded around this. It was uploaded sometime in February of 2015. On that form was, but I would think she would mention that. I mean, there must be some knowledge on her part about how well known the P.O. box was used versus the regular address. And then it still could be they had a forwarding mechanism in place that would, even if it was addressed to the normal place, it would go to the other place. But this says it had the P.O. box on it. Someone had to know the P.O. box. That seems to be something on a complaint form. Now, if you're cynical towards someone, I want to complain about this person, in a cynical fashion, right? And you happen to look, oh, they want us to send it here. Well, that's interesting. Maybe that's the person sending this letter thought he was complaining. All right, so we got a lot of problems here. We explain how this happened without her having someone send this for her. Her father in Oakland, her adoptive father in Oakland. We have a real problem explaining that. And I could only imagine. Now, this is downloadable. What was her thing? The history of institutional racism. Let's see if she's got some materials on here. Now that's a hot topic. I will say this. Most people that aren't racist at all, they're just living their day-to-day lives, could get offended at someone just telling them, hey, oh, well, you're a racist and you're part of the institution. You're kicking me down. What is this? Historical development of institutional racism? History of institutional... Okay, and bias policing. What is this? Now, how would they know? It would be one hell of a coincidence that they just happened to download the... Let's see. Dolezal. Now, this is May 7th. So that's too late. That is too late. Wait, let's look. May 7th. What's Vox.com? Oh, great. I don't watch this. Who's that? That's Baltimore riots. That's too late. When did the Baltimore riots take place? I mean, that hair is kind of... in April 2015. So, no, it's too late. Trying to see if this any chance this could be the... This here, these are the documents here. These ones are 39 pages, same ones. KXLY. What's this? What's the date on this? March 4th? That's still too late. County of Ferguson. Now, hold on. These are emails. Okay, this isn't postal mail. Okay. Don't tell me. It's a Wikipedia article. Yeah, right. Okay, let's see. There's a lot of stuff here. Yeah, Dolezal is not coming out. I am November 26, 2014. Now that's Vincent Warren. There's a discussion here. Doesn't seem to be right. February 20th. Georgetown. Not seeing. Yeah, she's not here. Wait. No, that's not it. What's this? Bert is 2004. My God. May is too late. Mind boggles the decision of Rachel Dolezal. What's this? June. Yeah, that's 5 days ago. I don't think that's it. I'm preliminary. I'd have to spend hours of this, and the longer I spend, the less likely it would actually. Wait. May. Did we just look at this? Now, how come Dolezal came up? Of course, there's going to be comments everywhere. With her name all over it, but it depends where are the comments. I'm not finding it. It should have been in there. It came. See, here it is. Rachel Dolezal casually drops N-word during interview. This is just 12 hours ago. 14 hours ago. That isn't it. Wait. Salon. Eric Gardner is mentioned. He mentions it here. Yeah. Not in there. All right, I think I'm just chasing this. So we have a bit of a mystery here. She only seems to think it was passed out in Spokane. Somehow we have someone hanging out in Oakland for quite a while. Sending hate letters to her. And it's not looking good. There were 9 double-sided pages stapled together. Usually people that want to... or environmentalists do that kind of stuff. Under this... Okay. There were 9 double-sided pages. The letter, random quotes, photographs from the internet, news articles, and cartoons. There's very little handwriting. So for the war pig, dates most of the pages. Now it looks a lot like this stuff here, but this is... this here. But March 28th is too late for these to be the same. So what this person's doing is letting the police know that he's indeed the same person. One page did have the initials NWO on it twice. It only stands for New World Order and right-wing circles. One page featured pictures from an article on police department in Florida, which used mugshots of black males for sniper practice, written next to the picture of a black male with the hole through the photograph was, "Hey man, nice shot." In which, actually, that has been photographed. The first page of the letter began with a quote about communism or socialism. Under this were 2 photographs of people holding guns, pointing directly out as if at the reader. Above the words, "No more hesitation." These are pictures pulled directly off the internet. There's a website called No More Hesitation, which sells targets to train shooting. Let's look at this. Now, arguably, here we go. There's our man. Yeah. There's the woman they were talking about, or that was the woman, one of those 3. Now, that didn't come up right away. It's just nomorehesitation.com doesn't work. So, the individuals and targets include the elderly, children, and females. Pictures in the letter are actually shooting targets, can be purchased online. The second page of the letter contains more quotes about socialism and the New World Order. There's a paragraph about a large group of white males. There's nothing to indicate what this picture is or where it came from. Third page of the letter is an article from the internet about U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder, There's a picture of the assault rifle and the words, "Come and take it." The fourth page is a continuation of the article from page 3. At the bottom page is the type quote which says, "With our flash mob ammo clips." What the hell, why not? "With our flash mob ammo clips." Where are we? Yeah, it's just, that's it. It's just part of the investigation. Okay. We the people will take our country back. Fifth page of the letter is an article about the NAACP Shorty Belton case. The back page this contains photographs of a sign in front of a restaurant which said "Shorty can't breathe either." The bottom right hand corner of the page has a picture of Dolezal, which has been published in the Inlander magazine. Seventh page, article from the internet about the state of California issuing driver's licenses to illegal immigrants. The following page is another article about California at the top and a political arching from a newspaper at the bottom. Ninth page of the letter is a typed note allegedly from Warpig. This note complains about deputies in Contra Costa County receiving a pay raise while the military suffers cutbacks. It includes the sentence, "My grandkids certainly won't join any of the 5 military service branches to die for, sucker." 10th page is an article from the internet discussing the overhaul of military benefit programs. The next page, a picture of a Navy SEAL says, "Special Forces snipers killed Americans after Katrina." 12th page is also directly from the internet. It talks about Chris Kyle. Who's that? So things I don't know. Who is that? Navy SEAL. Oh, the most lethal. Okay, yeah. Lethal's not directed anywhere in the letter, other than an internet article. The Belton murder, no handwritten type of comments, appear to be directed specifically to her. Everything there can be found on the internet. There's no direct written type threats against her or anyone else in the NAACP. Currently waiting the results of the examination of the letter. Then on the 4th, same day, so what? he's writing up stuff. Okay, so then on the 2nd of March, he responded to the post office at Monroe, contacted the manager working at the time. He's been a box clerk at the location for 9 years, very familiar with how the post office was run. He told me that he was not allowed to speak directly about any specific mailbox or clients without a court order. He did say he would be willing to speak about the policies and procedures about how mail is delivered to P.O. boxes at the location. I asked Doug what happens to letters which are mailed to P.O. boxes at the location. He told me that all letters and packages must first go through the routing station to be sorted and stamped. Because this is assumption, the way it works. So we're talking 99.9% of the time, this is what happens. On a rare occasion, it'll go through. Now, had the content... Well, hold on. He just described all 10 pages here. Did he not? Let's go over this. Are any of these things sound like they're things that she would have passed out at one of her demonstrations or her lectures? The first page has those targets. Page 1. Is it not? And hold on. 9 double-sided pages. 9 double. That would be 18, would it not? 18 pages that could have content. So 1 of 18 are the targets. The backside of the first of 9 pages would, I guess, would be the second page. New World Order, socialism, photograph of a large group of white males. Third page, which okay, third of 18, I would assume. Eric Holder. The fourth page is a continuation of the article from page 3. Now, perhaps where he says that this is and contains the materials that she uses. The 5th page. Wait, where's the 6th page? Oh, okay, the back is the 6th page. Shorty can't read either. Let's look. It's 20 hours ago. January 16th. That's old enough. Here we are. Here's talking about Belton. Where's the NAACP? There's NAACP. I'll also print it. We'll listen to see if I hear the sounds of 2 pages. Okay. Now, could this be what she's been passing out? The 7th page are issue driver's license to illegal immigrants. I don't think she'd be passing that out. California at the top, and a political cartoon from a newspaper on the bottom. That's page 8. Here's 9 of this, the half. Typed by War Pigs, so no, she wouldn't be passing that out. 10th. If there are 9 double-sided pages, that would be 18, right? 10th page is an article from the internet. Overall military benefit. Doesn't sound like anything. This did special forces with snipers kill Americans after Katrina. Okay, this is probably what she was talking about. The next 2 pages. What? 12th. 13, 14, 15 is here.
It's free in a very word freedom.
What is this? All right, not interested in that. 15 pages, 2 pictures. Refinery disaster in Richmond. And then the nice shot page. That's 16 of 18, is it not? Final two pages. Okay, that does it. They are using high-profile events to try to instigate race wars. So we have. I'm assuming this is what she would pass out. But where'd she get it? Everything else is off the internet. Do I really have to look this up? Lynching postcards? I don't want to look that up. Because if she got her stuff off the internet, it's nothing unique to her and anybody could have got it, you understand? But they still would have known she had it. They still would have known that she had passed this out. Withoutsanctuary.org? What the fuck? Whoa. Why the fuck do they have... I don't want to see this shit. Okay, there's no examples. I'm not looking at that. Okay, but there... Okay, it's possible there was a internet source for that. That would be coincidence number 3. If this was randomly chosen. What's the name of that? Withoutsanctuary.org. I don't want to see anybody abused. It's not my fucking cup of tea. So, that's quite a provocative site. If you're a sicko, you might just do that. But there are other places you might. I don't know. I just don't know. That really would be coincidence number 3. You just don't know. Now, if there's only a select few postcards that were ever made with lynchings on them, and they're all the same, then that's not as much of a coincidence if there are multiple. I do not want to research. Come up with a number. And how probable it would be that this coincidence had happened. Okay, also, here's another thing. When she was down in Oakland, I just thought of this. She would not wear the badge for NAACP there. She would wear the badge for the city Spokane Ombudsman Commission. That makes it even more difficult. So now we're the only lead we have is Spokane Community College. Bringing back to this. I asked Doug if there would ever be a letter placed in the P.O. box which did not have a date or stamp or barcode on it. He said this would never happen. I asked him if it would be possible for someone to bring a letter to a specific box and have it put directly into the box without being sent to the sorting station. He said this would not occur. He said that every letter that is brought in is put into a gray bin. All letters are sent to the sorting station. Letters are never placed into P.O. boxes with the date, stamp, and barcode. All the employees know this. He's never heard of an employee skipping a step and putting letters into boxes without first sending them out to be processed. And he pretty much says the same thing up here. So we got a real issue. The first thing is that it does seem as though the letter that came from Oakland. No, the same person. It's absolutely clear. The same person sent letters from Oakland later that was sent from somewhere that didn't have a date stamp and arrived. The simplest explanation is that that was also sent from Oakland, and it was sent just after this meeting had occurred. However, the big problem is that there just happened to be some of her own materials, as she said, but she didn't say where she got it from, inside the letter. No, let's go back. And as I said at the beginning of this, she does not explain herself all that well. So we have 2 pages of photographs. They're old black and white with lynchings from the 30s. And I bet you there are well known. I guess I have to look at this thing. So we have... Oh, fuck. There's one. Okay. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we don't know how big these are. I really don't want to look at these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20, 24 pictures of size. Jesus Christ. Okay, those are small. I can imagine 24. I'd have to look at all of them to verify, but I can imagine 24 of those fitting on 2 pages. That isn't her original work. That's not her original work. I mean, right? I mean, it's not like it's a write-up with her writing in paragraphs that she wrote that were exact and, you know, an exact paragraph that she had written herself, original creation. The exact... God. The exact duplicated stuff or the photographs of lynchings that wouldn't someone that's sending a hate mail to an African American look for lynching pictures, and if there's only a few that have survived, and that I don't know. I don't want to be a fucking expert on lynching pictures, for fuck's sake. Disturbing. Anyway, if there are numerous of these kinds of pictures out there that exist, hundreds, thousands, more that would fill up 2 pages, I don't want to judge. I don't want to look at these things. Then it'd be quite a coincidence that the pictures are exactly the same. Too much. And then we got a problem. We got all these coincidences we can't explain. If it's not, if they're just generic pictures that only a few remain and have been put on the internet and digitized, I wonder. I'm looking for their website. If they have that on their website, you see. That's stupid. Come on. Let's see. Are they up there? Not finding it, and I don't know if it's narrowed it to just that site. It's not. That is. These are the only graphics. So no, that doesn't provide any explanation. I'm gonna stop for a sec.